Peace family. We're going to be talking today about the so-called ancient high technology. Just, pondering about it and trying to have you think about it. And the more we think about it, the more we're going to understand the meaning of it and how it's done. All the way, you know what I'm saying? And not just suggesting what happened, because we talk a lot about so-called mod flood, that mod flood took place, and they believe so, but how it took place and how this Enki Yahweh weapon of mass destruction, don't forget that Yahweh hidden the weapons of mass destruction and created a destruction of the earth, destroyed the beings that were there before. He tells you destroy them because they would not want to submit to him or his order, so he had to destroy them. Anybody who didn't, he used the weapons on them. And it seems that the weapons were turning things into stone, turning things into what they call fossils and crystals and stuff. And if you understand that they been doing all the cooking, and that these weapons are weapons that use waves, you know what I'm saying, microwaves, you know what I'm saying, magnetic waves that oscillate at high speeds, you know what I'm saying, and can go through any matter and can transform matter, yeah, like you can turn something liquid into solid or something solid into liquid. This means this weapon can melt the earth and cause the instant flood in seconds. Yeah, what they're showing us, like what they did in Haiti, you guys saw them, they've been smoking them with lasers, and this is nothing compared with what this weapon can do. Yeah, it can. Look at these mountains, people. Grand Canyon, evidence for a flood, of course. That's what they're trying to say. But what you can see here, these were buildings. Some columns is like you still can see them, but they just, changed the matter, and it became like mountains, just rocks. But initially, this looks like it was buildings, it was cities that, instantly became rock, just like that, through the microwave. You understand that? You understand that? You overstand that? Well, because this flood that they tell you how it happened, and that was a lot of water falling down the skies and filling the earth, and really? You think so? If that happened, even Yahweh wouldn't be here. No, it was weapons of Yahweh, and he can, just like he has it today, he can have it somewhere that you can't go because you think you're in the bullard. He can go to this external place, he's pointed over here, and smoke anywhere he wants from, miles away. He can do that. Yeah. They found massive animals. This look like a bone. Noah's Ark. No, it's a bone of some animal that they've been killing, and then making stories of Noah and all this crap. Yeah, it's all just like Christmas they're celebrating, man. It's all fantasy. That's all I'm telling you. Yeah, and these people were not here anyway at that time. There were only black people in the earth that time, according to the events, the maps, and even there were white people because we got some of them turned into stones as well. Sorry about that. So yeah, we don't really know, but we know that they used this weapon, and this weapon took down entire civilizations, prior civilizations that were in the earth. Everything became stone and dust. Yahweh speaks about it. He used it even on his own people, the Israelites. He used these weapons on them and everything. And we're gonna see it on the Bible. That's what Yahweh do. You know, this is another proof that microwaves, man. See that? Microwaves shaping this place. It turned into liquefied and then it solidified. And you got these shapes and this any animal life form that was involved, it's all fossilized within the structure itself. Yeah. So, it's not just, yeah, you see, you will see the earth melting like this style out of nowhere. The dust and the dirt become water, liquefy, run around, and the buildings sink down, and the buildings get another wave and solidify and become a stone mountains. That's it. Look, this even looks like it were structures. What's that? Fossil of Noah's Flood, Institute of Creation. Institute. You stay away from these dudes. What's that? Starting evidence of Noah's Flood. That's right, I'm talking about. Yahweh weapons of mass destruction. And how he fossilized all these houses. Would you think anything survived that? Once he pointed there and and pressed the button on, everything is microwaved instantly. Not only microwave, but it's changed the structure, molecular structure of the whatever is there becomes a stone. And if it's a stone, it deteriorates and becomes what you see there, burned out. And dead. There's nothing there. Once they did that, there were no decomposition or nothing going on. Everybody just died and, instantly. Animals, everything died instantly. People. And they were not look, you can see here evidence for a worldwide flood. Fossil of fish swallowing fish. You see that? He captured this fish eating another fish in a fossil. So what do you think? It was totally instantaneously. Any life form in the radios is become that straight away. You just fossilize whatever you're doing. Some people were having sex, some people were eating, some people were exercising. They all in these positions that they were caught on. And like this fish, it was just about eating another fish. And you see that he got, what happened? What happened? They both got fossilized. See that? And he's telling you more here. Let me just try to read it a little bit. Because I can't read it from there. Hold on. Burial and fossilization must have been quite rapid. Yeah, to have presented a fish in the act of swallowing another fish. Thousands of such fossils have been found. Boom. Rapid burial. Fossils are all over the road, show evidence of rapid burial. Many fossils, such as fossilized jellyfish, show by the details of their soft, fleshy portions that they were buried rapidly before they could decay. Normally, dead animals and plants quickly decompose. The presence of fossilized remains of many other animals buried in mass graves and lying in twisted and contorted positions suggests violent and rapid burials over large or more layers of sedimentary rock, as strong evidence that the sediments encasing these fossils were deposited rapidly, people. Not over hundreds of millions of years. Furthermore, almost all sediments that formed today's rocks were sorted by water. See that? The worldwide fossil record is therefore evidence of rapid death and burial of animal, plant life by a worldwide catastrophic flood. The fossil record is not evidence of slow change. Boom. Here you go. Fossil means a rapid change. Now, if you want to find out the areas that didn't got, they said the whole world was flooded, but no, there were areas that were not hit by the Yhwh Enki weapons of mass destruction. And these places that were not hit, they are not going to have fossils. You understand that? You understand that? So, and where are these places? We've been studying these places is between Africa and Europe. I think there's a line, but you can study it by finding out where, in which line you don't find fossils. Is the line that the weapon seized, because he had this, he didn't go everywhere. He did it, for what we know, it was polarity stuff going on. It was really fast, using waves that we don't know. It was high technology that we still don't know. We just have a sketch like how it works, which means you create this wave that can have the signature of whatever matter you want to turn things into, and that's what he's going to do. And it, melts the whole thing into if you want it all fossilized, that's what's going to happen. But have you seen how they used it and abuse it and tell you that, this is all to do with evolution, that this fish, will be in the process of evolution. This is millions of years ago. It must have got trapped under some mud and this and that. Right there, like that. They're gonna lie to you. It's not that. So it's all a joke, people, that Yahweh created this destruction and he's been destroying this world over and over. Yeah, we speak even about the fallen angels Because there were people living in skies, as we show you in some, even Brother Surf made many videos show you that there were people that were living in the skies, and they were Mageddon, they were war against heavens. You know, there were people that were actually living in the sky, and there were rocks hanging in the sky. If they were spaceships or if they had magnetic properties, whatever, I don't know, but I just know that there were, and all of this disappeared, and the people that were up there, they live down here on earth now, and they are so-called fallen angels as well, don't forget. So, Yah the what, Enki, Yahweh, these guys brought all these calamities to you. They brought all this mess, all this road of destruction, people. As is in this Bible, it tells you, hold on, if you read Exodus 15:12, thou stretchest out thy right hand, the earth swallowed them. You see that? He's talking about when he used his weapons of mass destruction. This is what the effects were. The earth will swallow them. Yeah, your building will just sink down the earth and disappear, like you see in this old Babylonian city of Nimrod. It's all sink down under the earth. It's all covered. Because why? Yahweh pointed weapon over there. He melted the soil became like water, and the whole thing collapsed into the earth. He tells you that, man, thou stretchest out thy right hand, which is thou stretchest out thy weapon of mass destruction, and the earth swallowed them. See that? This is what he do. And then he tells you the script, everything that he's been doing. Check it out, the old civilizations that he resetted when he came first. Nineveh, Nahum, the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshite. 2, God is jealous, yeah, and Yahweh revenged, Jesus revenged, and he's furious. Jesus will take vengeance on his adversaries and reserve wrath for his enemies. Wow, ain't that a sick person? 3, the Lord Jesus Yahweh Allah is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord Enki had his way in the real wind and in the storm, where the mind control, isn't it? And the clouds are dust of his feet. See that? Yahweh said that the clouds are the dust of his feet because he's the one spraying them. So, 4, he rebuked the sea and maketh it dry. Ain't that something? He dried up all the rivers. Bashan languished, and Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languished, because he's got the weapons of mass destruction. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Ain't that something? Yeah. The road and all that dwell therein is a mass killer right there. 5. Who can stand before his indignation? He needs to have that indignation, don't he? For you to be religious. And who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? Only a religio. His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. See that? Is when he uses his weapons of mass destruction, causes earthquakes, and off you go. Yahweh, Yahweh, Allah, Jesus is God, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. So you better be religious. If you think he's going to save you because you're religious, you have it coming. And 8 says, but with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof. Ain't that something? And darkness shall pursue his enemies. Ain't that some dumb shit, people? How the hell is darkness going to pursue his enemies? Are you out of your mind? Is he not the supposedly creator? Or is he just a madman? Stop a little bit, stop being religious, and think about this verse. But with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof. I'm reading number 8. And darkness shall pursue his enemies. Ain't that some bullshit, people? His creation became his enemies. Ain't that something? 9. What do ye imagine against Yahweh, Jesus Allah, Jesus Lord, Enki? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. So he's telling you that when he uses this weapon, don't worry about it. You're not, after he uses it, you're just gonna turn into stone. There will be no bleeding victims. There will be no second, he's not going to be using it twice. You just have to use it one time, everything gonna be done. That's how efficient this weapon of mass destruction actually is. 10. For while they be folded together as thorns, ain't that something? Are they not folded together as thorns? And while they are drunken as drunkards, are they not folded together as thorns, people? You got these Israelite groups, you got these Kemetic groups, you got these Moorish corporate groups, you got the Pan-Africanist groups. Yeah, they got governments, they got unions, they all together as thorns, but they nothing. They not one thing, they not different things, but they one thing, but they not one thing at the same time. It's just thorns because they are corpse. And while they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble, people, fully dry. This means they shall turn into these stones, into these animals that we found in stone, animals and people and animals and plants that turn into stone, crystals and other matter. But they're gonna be dry, they're not gonna be bleeding, they're not gonna be swelling, they're not gonna be sweating, nothing. Fully dry, people. That's what this microwave will do to them while they are all folded together as thorns. Don't you see them all folded together as thorns on YouTube, talking shit all day, talking about false science, don't know who they are, don't have no land, don't know how they lost, where they came, where they going, they don't know nothing, right? Stubbles. Then Enki Yahweh Jesus will turn them into stubble suddenly, like I show you. Yeah. 11. There is no one come out of the that imagined evil against Yahweh, a wicked counselor. See that? He's telling you there is one that come out of thee that imagine evil against Yahweh. And who you think it is? It's the people that are awake. Because I'm telling you that Yahweh is evil. You understand that? And he's telling you that if somebody tells you, I mean, is believers, because they don't know nothing, they will be lives, it's a lie. So he's confusing their souls, taking their souls by telling them not to believe nobody, basically. And 12, those said Yahweh, Jesus, Allah, Enki, though today be quiet, and likewise many, yet those shall they be caught down, people, when he shall pass through. You see that? So he's just gonna come with that weapon, people. They're gonna pass through like now they're doing this Christmas. It's so quiet, you don't see nobody in these roads now. So quiet that it's like I start thinking, am I alone in this road now? It start looking great. But you know, these dudes can just come right now. That they are all quiet and out and all inside their houses and reset them. Because they are all inside the houses. There's something about that. That's why when they did shut the lockdown, they were telling nobody can go out. Be careful. When they start telling you nobody can go out, you have to think, because if they reset you when you're inside your house, there's no evidence that you even existed. Because you don't even got fossilized like the animals and plants out there so much. There'll be few people out there in the roads. Everybody else are inside these buildings, and there will be no evidence of them. This building is just turned into rock. That's it. Become mountains. Nobody's going there to find out who's there. You finish. Over time, until they do the reset, and you don't know what they're going to do. They probably use other weapons to melt the whole thing down and under the earth. So the weapon is very capable of making things disappear, big things disappear easily. So here we go. Was it 11? There is one that no. That's like 12, from 12. Those said Yahweh, today be quiet, and likewise many, yet those shall they be cut off, cut down, when he shall pass through. Though I have afflicted thee, I will afflict thee no more. For now will I break his yoke from off thee, and will burst thy bonds in sunder. And he's talking about the originals when he's speaking about that you know, who is he? Who you think is going to break his yoke? He's talking about the fallen angels that he brought in. For now I will break his yoke from thee. So the originals that were here had these people in captivity. I mean, they had control on them. So that Yahweh is telling them that he will break that control. And, you know, he's talking about the fallen angels that he's setting up, and will burst thy bonds in sunder. In the 14, and Yahweh had given a commandment concerning thee, that no more of thy name be so out in the house of thy gods. You like cut off the graven image and the molten image. I will make thy grave, for thou art vile. See that? That's Yahweh, people. Acting like a foolish man over his own creation, a destroyer, a foolish man, a mass murderer, genocider. Behold, 15, behold, open the mountains, the feet of him that bringeth good tidings. Really? That published the peace, and O Judah, keep thy solemn feasts, perform thy vows, for the wicked shall no more pass through thee, is utterly cut off. Who do you think he's talking about? He's talking about our ancestors that he cut off. to give the land to the fallen angels that you have today. You get it now? So you see these old cities that I showed you many times, how they did it using this same weapon, and still doing today. They have diverse ways they do this. They do it through wars, you know what I'm saying? That one he is by war. Whatever they dropped. I see, this is an entire city, people. Became ghost city. In a small space of time. Something that took them probably hundreds of years to build up. Now, now Yahweh Yankee Satans just destroy it in half an hour, 2 hours, the whole city is gone. How do you explain that? They destroyers. I told you they're not wielders of nothing. These people are not wielding these roles for nothing. They're not here for that. That's all they do. The city ruins after the war ruins. See that? The wars that they make is to destroy this place. Nothing else. They don't care. Because they can't wield it. They can only make these things to keep in control and, keep you hustled, stressed, in a bad vibration, while they, the parasites, they take your energy. See that? Destroyed city wallpapers. That's what they keep them for. Various cool stuff. Cities that they destroyed, ruined, and killed a lot of people in there. See this building? Look, another one. They will show you in films and everywhere what they do. See what I mean? This building is all sunk down. Look at it. World War II. They were killing Negroes, taking lands, giving passage to the fallen angels with his swords and his weapons of war, sending his sword and taking places and doing stuff. Yeah. Now you know what happened here. How this all became bad. They got hit. And he became something that he was not. And so they got them everywhere. They did it in the earth. They never built nothing. Then talk about this phony Temple of Solomon. Yeah, like he's the best. What the hell is that, people? What a bunch of crap. That's all they did. I don't see them with nothing beautiful. But they do, monstrosities. They call it art after they destroy it. You see that? Art city ruined, desolation. Is art now. That's what you all live for. To be toasted, be burned out alive, and become art. Statistic. You don't even show up in history after all. Because all these burned places, you can't find the history after, You can't find, they delete them, they make, because once the guy turned them all into stone, what do you think? Any books survive? Any computers? Any information are going to come out? No, everything dies. These magnetic weapons pass to anything and everything simultaneously and change it and destroy it and stuff like that. So this is what they use today. They show you, this just, they don't want to cause too much damage at war, so they use this weapon, these primitive weapons, which is, they drop bombs on you, which, do a lot of damage, is weapon of mass destruction to you, but is not as potent as this weapon that they create, the Noah's flood. It's like the ones they're using in IT. The buildings just melt out and everything is smoked. But you never see it happening. You never see it smoking. They only show you the after the psyop is done. Otherwise, you will figure out they're gonna do this shit on you. But you still see when you see these cities, these old cities, what they did. That these cities were more beautiful than your city today, and they didn't spare them, did they? So what do you think is going to happen to your ugly cities made of cardboard? It takes them little to do away with it. These buildings are strong. Some of them, they survive the whole thing. But not these cities they have today. There's nothing going to be left, It's all cardboard. It's all going to, in 100 years, there's nothing left. These generations after don't know what it is. They won't know, That's something. They make all these massive buildings so they can sacrifice you and cut them in half or some shit. It's all man-made. It's all weapons of mass destruction that causes it. That's all you need to know. Is God Yhwh is the creator of evil. Yeah, and tells you that he shall direct your paths. Don't let him. If he direct your paths, you're going to be destroyed. He direct your paths into destruction. He told you. I just read Nahum to you and show you what he did to these old civilizations and even still doing today. Look at this. Is this something that you accept? Is it acceptable? Think about it. Is it if you think this is acceptable, if you think that your God has the right to come one day and just do this to you, well, keep going. Celebrate your Christmas. Okay? Because you won't be lasting long. Galleries are getting bigger and bigger out here. They're busy. They're very busy destroying old buildings, destroying cities. And they show you, what they're planning to blow up the whole city, fire everywhere, you know what I'm saying? All these buildings they show you, it's all in a script. That's the script. They're supposed to be destroyed. And along with you and whatever you believe, it's real. That's old civilizations, ISIS are still destroying today. That what the Yahweh didn't manage to, some of the buildings were so strong, they didn't manage to totally evaporate them. So ISIS is finishing the job. So you don't have to see what happened back there in these areas that these people are there, fallen angels, destroying our artifacts. That's all they do. Because they don't belong there. Their ancestors didn't build that, so they destroyed. There's another one. World War II, Germanic nations destroying the whole entire earth to make their way through, to create new history, to own more lands and resources. That's all they do. It's old now, man. It's old. Everybody knows what they do. It's not like a secret no more. Like you need to be a 007 or an agent to know what to do. No, it's all out here on Google. It's all out here showing you the whole trickery, the whole destruction of Yahweh, what he do, the words that he implements, and the destructions that come with it. See that? Syrian. Is that a building they bombed? Look at what happened there. Anybody alive left? Anybody left alive? What do you think? World War II buildings. They always cause a war and reset the whole scenario. But worse is like Yahweh using his minions to do his dirty job because he doesn't want to use the weapon straight up. But once they do his job and he built what he wants, then he's going to use the weapon because it's got you. It's not that's a demon. Dragon, Yahweh, dragon, demon God. See that? What this is? It's creating the damn waves that decimate towns and cities. Ancient city of Pompeii got nuked by Yahweh weapons of mass destruction. That's all you need to know. It was an empire in there. They couldn't deal with that. So once it's destroyed, what do you happen? Yahweh was promising them that he will destroy them to make a passage for the fallen. This is destroyed cities. They show you anything they came in their path, they destroyed to make way for the fallen angels that came from Samaria, that came from Enki's land, the aliens, people. That sermon, I think I've been talking quite a lot. We're going to close this video now. Yeah, opens to Mosai and Mosai only. We don't, and I already told you when I say Mosai what it means. It's not some deity in the Bible or nothing. Mosai is within you, is your higher self, is your no self, your thy self, whatever you want to call it. And it's got nothing to do with the deception. Okay, this is Enki, is Yahweh, and he created all the destruction. He's God of destruction, deception, war, carnificin, genocide, all types of shit. That's all, man. Don't get involved in this lower vibrational fields that they created in this matrix. Okay, that's why they got that religion to keep you in lower vibrational fields of existence, and you will not know nothing for as long as you're there, because it's a spell cast, it's a spell curse, and once you're there, there's no way you can see nothing. That's all, man. Think outside the box. Keep the instructions. Peace. Love you all.